Next, I want to introduce Jack Mulvaney, a longtime friend of mine who has kind of been there for me through all of it. In this episode, we kind of discuss, his situation with losing his father, and what he felt at the time, how he coped with it, and what he's doing now to still cope with it. So, without further ado,
let's sit in bed and watch the sun paint my window. The light comes through and bathes our lives in red. Let's go outside and watch the leaves fall above us. Soft wind on your skin turns your head.
just kind of share your story to the best of your ability. You can talk about whichever one. Doesn't matter. It could be.
All
I
right.
think loss of a loved one is an important thing, and I know that's something
That like means a lot. Yeah, and it's something that really is close and dear to my heart. So go from the beginning, like July 2016 to November 2016.
start wherever you want.
All right. July 4th. Thought it was a normal day. Yada yada yada. We had people over for July 4th. Thank God. My dad did a nice little barbecue and all that. July 5th, going to work in the city for an internship in accounting. Come home, go out to dinner right after I come home. And, like my dad starts making these comments, yada yada yada. And yes, I'm going to say yada 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 a lot.
That's fine,
Just
no
kind
problem,
of makes it
no
bridged.
problem.
So we go out to dinner, my dad starts making comments about different things. Like, they're nasty, sarcastic comments. Like, my dad was a sarcastic guy, as Jack knows. And, he was never nasty sarcastic. So my mom was like, alright, let's bring him up to the hospital. See what's going on up in his brain, shit
So was
like
he
that.
like acting unusual?
Yeah, he was-
Like he wasn't himself.
Yeah, he wasn't himself. He was really, lollygagging.
Like things that just weren't making sense.
Like, it was more like... My dad was a jokester, as you know.
Yeah.
He always liked cracking jokes. He always liked doing shit.
Were they now starting to be at the expense of other people?
They were more negative than originally, and I'm like, Dad, what the F are you saying, man? Like, come on, like, chill the F out, bro. So,
Curse if you want.
so long story short, after this whole fucking ordeal,
There you go.
my mom and sister take him up to Overlook. I'm at home watching the moronic dog that I have, playing some fucking Call of Duty and shit like that. And I think I was on Xbox with you and Ryan at the time.
Probably.
Most likely. We're probably playing MW3 Zombies or some shit like that. And,
3 doesn't have zombies, but that's beside the point.
fuck. Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
But, they take him up to the hospital. They're up there for a decent amount of time.
Right.
Come back around 1:30 in the morning.
So you were asleep?
I was awake that whole entire night. I got no sleep that day.
Were you worried?
I was more, concerned of the fact that my mom was driving up to Overlook at night because
Yeah, right.
because she doesn't really drive at night. She can't really see that well.
Right.
And, I was concerned about my dad, 100%. So, they come home, they fill me in. Alright, that's that. July 6th, in the afternoon, I go up to Overlook with my mom and sister.
He's just been there.
He's been there since,
The 4th.
yeah, no, July 5th.
5th, right.
I just wanted to start from the 4th because it kind of makes it kind of adds.
Gotcha.
So July 6th, I head up to Overlook with my mom and sister. They did CAT scans on his brain. The wackiest shit that shows up on that thing. Holy crap, you saw me that night.
I did, yeah.
I was a freaking mess, man.
Well, it was, correct me if I'm wrong, a tumor?
Yeah, there were 6 brain tumors
Okay.
in his brain at the time.
Okay.
And possibly more.
But
Nobody
that's
could
all
tell.
they found, yeah.
Nobody could tell because of how melanoma works once it enters the bloodstream and goes to every other organ.
Yep.
So, after finding out that your dad has possibly the deadliest disease in the world, one of them,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
how should you react? Should you just act cool, calm, and collective, or do you break the fuck down? Obviously, you break the fuck down because it's like this life-altering thing.
Human, very
So,
human response.
yeah, like, you know, I think everybody would do it if they were in my shoes.
I agree.
Like, you know, I will admit, during his sickness, I have made mistakes.
Everybody does, man. As much as you know, we have a quirky little friend group, and it's a trip for both of us, I think. But at that time, definitely you had some issues, and it wasn't only your fault. I think some people, I think a lot of it. I want to get into that later. Is the friends and family thing? Is like how did they help? What should they have done more of? We can get to that later. But I think they weren't meeting a lot of your needs at the time.
Yeah.
Myself, which because I was, I was.
You had your own issues that you were going
that
through.
everyone that will listen to this already knows about because it's in past episodes. So, yeah, so just continue from there. You had a very human response and you broke down a lot of the time, which was fine.
Yeah, and like, you know, it was like something I couldn't wrap my head around. Like, how did my dad, a 57-year-old man from Brooklyn, end up getting this disease? He was a healthy ass motherfucker.
And he was in the FDNY, right?
He was FDNY volunteer down in Breezy Point when I lived down there for 4 years.
Yep.
And, you know, he was healthy. This man was healthy.
He was a typically healthy guy, yeah.
Like, you would never expect anything, like, bad to happen to him.
Right.
Like, anything, like, life, disease, changing type of thing.
Right. Did you find out if did it end up being like heritage thing, or was it just...
So, the story goes, my dad had cancer on his neck and nose a very long time ago.
Was it like skin cancer?
Yeah, it was skin cancer.
Right.
But apparently they didn't catch it in time, and I've looked at studies about melanoma, and I wrote a term paper in my bio class this year on melanoma cancer. Apparently it can metallicize, which basically means the cancer cells can go through the bloodstream and attack every other organ.
Metabolize?
Metallicized.
Well,
something like that.
Yeah.
So that's like the cancer was on his neck, now it was in his brain, and then it ended up on his lung.
Right.
You know, it went all over the fucking place. But you know, like, yes, it was the hardest thing to wrap my head around.
Absolutely.
So my dad had maybe close to two or three surgeries to remove 5 or 6 tumors.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these tumors couldn't be taken out because of how risky.
How risky it was because they were close to important areas of the brain.
There was one right on the spinal column.
Yeah, and they couldn't mess with that.
They couldn't mess with that. They got everything else inside the brain, but they couldn't mess with the thing that was stopping them.
Apparently could have killed them.
Could have killed them like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, time goes on, my dad goes into different rehab places, gets radiation done, yada yada. And, you know, he comes home for a certain amount of time. You remember that time.
Yeah.
I was always late to school. I had to help my mom do different things with my dad, not get into specifics.
Absolutely.
Because it's something that a 17/18-year-old should never, ever do in their lifetime.
It was too much for you, absolutely. And it would be too much for any 17.
Yeah. Like, it was something, like, my teachers didn't know how to respond to, something my friends didn't know how to respond to. You can definitely attest to that one.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, like, this shit shouldn't happen.
You shouldn't have to be forced to be, you know,
a caregiver for your father who was your caregiver.
Yeah. As much as he needed it, it was just something that it wasn't.
Yeah.
As much as it was, like, I want to say it wasn't appropriate, but that sounds horrible. I think the issue is it's just not something that's normal. It's not.
Yeah, it's not
totally
normal.
Unheard of, but it's also not normal. And I mean, we live in a very academically
inclined town.
Yeah, we're very academic. I've said that multiple times, that there's not enough focus on the affective, which is there's cognitive and affective. Affective is this kid needs a hug. The cognitive is this kid needs to talk to people who will support him because, you know, I don't want to do that, which is basically the school. The school does that a lot. We'll be like, let's...
Yeah, that's...
Anyway.
I do agree the school needs to learn how to do that. Yes, the guidance counselors have only so much expertise in the field, but...
Ms. Colasar, you know Ms. Colasar.
Yeah, Susan Colasar.
Yeah. Last episode, which was last month, we were saying that guidance counselors, like, there's no connection with them. They come to the 8th grade classes in, like, May or, like, February even, something like that. And they, like, will tell you all about high school and be like, oh, so these are the classes you can do. And then after that, it's like, if you don't go to them, nothing's going to happen until you're, like, junior or senior meeting or whatever that is.
Yeah.
College stuff, right?
Yeah. So as time, like, sorry to interrupt, but
No, I interrupted you. Go back to what you were saying.
all right, but
So we were talking about you shouldn't have to deal with this thing.
yeah, like, this thing is, like, people were like, Jack, how are you handling this? Jack, how are you doing this? How are you doing in school? Yada, yada, yada. All I was focused on was my father.
Yep.
Yes, I was working part-time at the JCC in the after-school program, but that was to help my mom out with financials.
Yeah.
So, after a while, my dad's situation was deteriorating, and his life clock was also deteriorating.
Yeah, they put a number on it at some point, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 to 6 weeks.
But he outlived that for a bit, right?
He outlived that for about a month and a half.
Yeah. Which
So-
I was very proud, because I remember after those weeks, I saw the relief on you. I don't mean to be insensitive, but I mean, I think that was a big step for, like him outliving that, like, those weeks.
Yeah, it definitely proved that he definitely could fight this.
Yeah, and he was fighting, and I think it just...
It just bit him in the ass.
Yeah.
But in the end, Halloween, I remember this crystal clear. He was still he was at Overlook after being home for a short time before that. And then, you know, my family and I, my mom, sister, and I had to make the tough decision and put him into hospice care. Because we physically couldn't take care of him. And plus, like, if he died in the house, I would have moved out like that.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't have wanted to live there anymore.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to burn the house down to the ground. That's how infuriated I would be.
I can understand that.
So we put him in hospice care November 2nd. He was in hospice care for 12 days before he passed.
I remember I know you were very, very upset at that day, and I remember Ryan gave me the phone call, because Chris and Ryan were with you. And it was, yeah, I remember it was the toughest day, I think, of your life.
What makes it even tougher, just talking about the toughness,
Yeah.
was the fact that I wasn't there when he died.
When it like actually...
When he actually passed.
Didn't they have to, like, call you in or something?
My boss at the JCC was like, Jack, do you have all your stuff? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, come with me. I'm like, okay. Two thoughts were going through my head. Alright, one, I'm either fired. Or two, some whack shit happened.
Yeah.
Apparently that whack shit did happen, and
Yeah.
my mom's outside the art studio lounge in the basement of the JCC.
You know,
Sitting
actually,
there.
I have to credit you. As insensitive as it may sound, you remember that exact moment, which will help you cope, because some people will push that away and pretend that that moment for them didn't exist. So that's a credit to you.
And this was taking place during, like, this whole thing took place around the 4:15, 4:30 hour.
Yeah.
My mom's downstairs outside the spin studio, outside the art studio lounge, and she's like, Jack, your father passed away at 3:21 this afternoon. As soon as I heard that, I started to cry my eyes out.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk straight. I couldn't see straight. I felt sick to my stomach. Like, that's something that somebody who's about to that year graduating high school and going into college should never hear. And especially the fact that your father helps you out so much with your college search.
Yeah.
And, that week was hard. I had to take off of work for the entire week. Went back next.
You know what? It only got tougher after that.
So I was taken off of work that entire week. Just to deal with my personal stuff.
Yep.
So I was out Monday, Tuesday to Friday. I should have done the same for school, but knowing myself, I wanted just to live life normally. So Monday night, went out with some friends to go get dinner. Tuesday, stayed home, tried to collect my thoughts. Wednesday, I was an idiot and decided to go back to school to think everything was normal. Really wasn't, because people were like, Jack, sorry for your loss. Jack, sorry for this. Jack, sorry for that. I'm so sorry, you need anything, let me know.
It almost was like pressuring you to feel some type of way about it while you're in school.
Yeah, it didn't help whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
And as much as, like, I think what was good was because I remember Miss Hun and Dr. Nelson came to the wake, right?
Yeah, Dr. Nelson, Miss Hun,
And
Mr. Hines,
Mr.
Colzar,
Hines,
Mezzacappa, a lot of my teachers. Mr. D'Angelo was at the funeral.
yeah, I remember.
You know, it was a great turnout by Westfield High School. Union Catholic on the other for my sister wasn't great.
Well, yeah. As by turnout, I'm sure, like, I know what you mean. I think that it was, it was something that you needed in terms of support.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I even remember on one of my Instagram posts, I thanked Westfield and my friends and teachers who came out to support my family, and I kind of was like along the lines of like, oh, it really proves how great this town is.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great to see people come out for my dad's co-workers, clients, boss,
All the people you affected.
family, friends, family, and all that. You know, it was nice.
Yeah.
But not to get into out of order, but
You go wherever you need to.
Thursday, the
The
17th, give or take, I went into the city with one of my friends, Jordan.
Yep.
And, you know, we went to my dad's office and basically cleaned house, and that was hard.
I remember.
There was no easy way to kiss that office goodbye.
Yeah.
You know, that was possibly one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life.
Yeah, because you didn't think you'd ever be the one doing it.
Yeah. The 19th was the wake for my dad. That was hard. That was definitely hard because I think it was finally coming to like the realization that, you know, he ain't coming back and all that.
Yeah.
And then that Saturday, the 20th, was the funeral, and that was the hardest.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to pull strings with my uncles to see if they can bring out the fire truck that my dad was on back in Roxbury.
We all were in that.
You, me, Ryan, Chris, Jordan.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, that was pretty cool that they had it there. One thing I wish I did, and my mom pointed this out to me that night, was I wish it drove by the house. I
Right.
should have had it drive by the house and lay a flower on the front step.
I would have been. Yeah, I could.
That would have been nice. That would have been something touching to my mom. But you know,
It was tough. I remember as soon as we got there, they had to bring the truck back.
yeah, they had to bring the truck back to Breezy Point because, you know, duty calls whenever.
Yeah, of course.
But you know, I was a pallbearer for my dad.
Yep.
You know, it was a big honor. But
Well, let me just say, the music and the bagpipes did certainly not help.
oh, hell no, man.
And I think everyone
That
was-
I can't listen to bagpipes the same anymore.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I remember.
So whenever there are bagpipes, this happened actually last August. This August 2017 when I went into school,
Yeah.
Seton Hall, they for our freshman convocation, they had bagpipes playing. I told my peer advisor, Katie, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And I just put my earbuds back on, blasted the music as high as possible so I didn't have to hear it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, will I get over the bagpipe sound? No. Well, in time, I don't know. That's too
maybe
far to
not-
tell.
Yeah, of course. Maybe you'll
But-
find a way to, not necessarily cope with it, but tolerate it.
Yeah, but for like the foreseeable future,
It's just
I'm
not
gonna.
something you can handle.
It's not something I'm too keen on anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's valid.
And this is coming from an Irishman like me.
Yeah.
But you know, it was tough. You know, I smoked. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a weed addiction during that time. Did it help me cope? High me would say yes.
Yeah,
But
no,
but looking at me now, it really didn't help. It just made me feel even more shitty. It didn't help. Like, there's no way weed's gonna ever help me. I'm not gonna lie about that one. And then I started battling addiction in college too, with nicotine and e-cigs, and that
And
didn't
a lot
help.
Of people, listen, a lot of people play that down, and that's going to be a huge thing for the foreseeable season of this podcast / series, because I don't feel like putting it on a website, so it's on YouTube, so it's more of a series than a podcast. But either way, nicotine addiction is a serious thing. I have that. I occasionally struggle with that, and I know do. And we have friends who do.
Yeah.
Play it down, and I think they'll eventually learn just how tough it is to.
Yeah, I mean,
and especially with the marijuana, that's a lot of kids start that, especially at this time.
Marijuana and alcohol, man. I remember March 16th, 2018. No, 2017. A few days before my dad's birthday. We had a party at one of our friends' house, mutual friend's house, Frankie's. I
think it would be best if you tried to disclose as little as possible about the situation, but you can talk about
No, I'm just saying, like, I made a few mistakes. I drank a little too much, just out of, like, the fact that I was still trying to cope.
Right.
Like, I did all this just to try to cope.
Yeah.
It didn't help. It didn't work. Don't trust me. If you guys are going something like this, don't turn to anything. Just go straight to talk to somebody.
For the people who do hear that, it will be tough for them. So I think it would be a good idea to, at some point later, explain, why it's not a good reason.
I mean, we can go into that now if you want. I mean,
is there
it's
any
your
more
call.
to the story that you want to say? It's not my call. You know that.
I mean, not really. I mean, I waited a little too long to get help. As you know, I waited until second semester freshman year to finally get my head out of my ass, as the phrase goes, and finally get my shit together. So I quit everything. I'm done smoking. I went to see it.
Don't worry about that.
And I went to see people to talk to.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't.
And you talked to some of the counseling professionals.
Yeah, exactly. I talked to some counseling professionals, and it helped.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to them today.
Right.
Because it's something I need to do. I can't be living like
live
this.
With all
I can't
that
be like
bottled inside.
Yeah, like it's something that like people need to talk about because it's like something that's tragic that happened to them.
Yeah.
Like if you talk it out with somebody, you'll feel a lot better. Like after my first session, I felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders, and dude, it felt amazing.
Yeah.
So.
And that was the first time, right?
That was the first time,
Exactly.
man. It felt great to get it off, because I couldn't talk to like any of my friends, no offense, or even my girlfriend. I couldn't even talk to her about that.
Yeah.
Because nobody really knew how to relate to me.
Yeah. And it wasn't only the relate part; it's the way I think it's hard for you to articulate emotionally, like your emotions.
Yeah.
It's hard to articulate in a proper manner. Like you can't, like when you come to us and say things, we can't. For us, like our friend group has never been able to really deeply understand the situation.
Yeah.
And I think some people do. I just think that as a group, collectively, we're not the best at handling those situations, regardless of who it is. And people will take that as a slight towards them, but it's not. It's collectively, it's not one or two or three people. It's collectively we don't talk about that because some of us see it as difficult, some of us see it as unimportant, and some of us see it as like too much to handle. Which I think for you is pretty accurate. There are times when people will bring things up and you'd be like, "This is too much."
Yeah.
And there are times where things would happen and I'd be like, I can't handle it. And then for other people, it's a problem when the focus is not on them. So collectively, it's not really good. But when you're with other people, like myself and sometimes Ryan.
Yeah, sometimes.
And usually Chris. I think Chris is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part.
Generally, if we're one-on-one, I think we have a pretty good idea of how to support each other.
100%.
So yeah, continue on.
Because like you said, one-on-one, it's kind of like less of a crowd. It's like
there's no people trying to chime in and make remarks.
Yeah, like anything stupid. Like Ryan would normally joke around about shit, and like
and he's a jokester. It's fine. And there's no slight against him.
But like if somebody tells them something about them that I think they should know, don't make a joke about it. And you know what situation I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. It was a tough thing, and I think for him it was really a wake-up call to hear that.
Yeah, 100%.
He He didn't understand. He didn't take it in. It
I don't
was
think
there.
he-
He saw.
yeah.
He didn't take it in.
I don't think he knew how to wrap his head around it. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah, sure.
But it's like now I'm getting help, and I feel a little bit better about myself.
Good. All right. So are we now moving into other?
Yeah,
Okay. So
let's do it.
coping. What are you besides the therapy, which seems to be what would you say is your top coping skill?
Top coping skill. I really don't have one that I can
Well-
think of off the top of my head.
Let's think. You are an avid Xbox player, just
That's
like
true.
me, which I use as a coping skill as well. Obviously, they literally just came out with a new disorder. The World Health Organization said that there's such thing as gaming disorder. So that obviously is some controversy. I don't believe that to be the case for us.
No, I think we just use it just to get our aggression out and our anger and our
Some
just
people-
emotions.
yeah.
It's
Some
just
people-
our emotion
that's
outlets.
It's outlets. Perfect.
Like I love using Xbox as an emotional outlet because I'm just there playing Xbox, listening to music,
Music, yep, music. There you go. That's another one. You just
listen to music. Oh my
to
god.
music, yeah.
And also
It's a huge one.
and also car rides. Just have the windows down,
Taking the mill, yeah.
taking the mill.
Yeah.
It feels great. Just like these things like really do help me like calm down. Even talking to my girlfriend helps me calm down.
Yeah.
And even when I talk with my friends occasionally one-on-one,
Yeah.
helps me calm down.
Right.
Because it proves that they got my back.
Yep.
And when it comes to Xbox music in the car, it just is like something soothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like regardless of what music I listen to, because you know my playlist,
Yeah, of
it drops the N-word a lot.
course. Yes, it's rap.
Yeah, just straight up rap and trap music, like that calms me down for some reason. I don't know how,
You
don't know
have to- You
why.
don't need to explain it. Some people feel the same way. I know for me, I can list off genre by genre when I need to listen to those genres.
Yeah, no, I got you. But like those coping mechanisms definitely can help somebody who went through the same thing as me or different things
Different things, yeah. You
just
have
get
to-
out there. It just gives them time to clear their mind, think about their actions before they execute their actions,
Yeah, totally.
and it helps out a lot.
Yeah. So this is the tricky part because it won't be. I think most people, if they hear, especially our friends, if they hear it, it's obviously not a betrayal. But I want you to be honest about how your friends and family helped or not helped, and like how did those situations go down, and what should they have done more of or less of?
So I'm not taking no cheap shots. I'm just speaking the truth.
Yeah, I think most people would appreciate that. Even as long as
So-
we're not in a group.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of friends, I'm gonna do that first because I came to you guys for a lot of
Yeah,
things.
let's not. I'm gonna say maybe no to disclosing names.
Yeah,
I'll
no.
understand
I'm
if-
just gonna say the group.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say the group as a collective whole.
You can say just someone or whatever. The guy.
So, like,
However you want.
the group,
Yep.
for instance, I came to the group a lot.
Yeah.
Came to the group
Collectively.
as a collective group, and sometimes just guys only, girls only, mixture.
Make sure
And I kind of just talked to them, just kind of like, okay, I need to get some shit off my chest. How do I execute it? And in the car that we tried to make, you guys tried to make me laugh a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just not the right time.
There's always a time and place to make people laugh and fuck around with people like that. And in reality, you guys did help out a lot. I'm not gonna
There
lie.
are some faults. Yeah.
You guys did help me out a lot. You guys showed the amount of support that I needed during this hard time for
But we didn't
a long
always,
time.
We didn't always meet you where you needed to be met at.
No, there's always those little drawbacks and those little gray areas where there could have been more, but at the same time, you did enough.
Yeah.
So I can't really be angry at you guys for not doing enough.
Yeah.
You guys can only do as so much as possible because you guys all were dealing with your own
Appreciate
personal
that you
shit.
do it that way. Yeah, but I took a step back and was like, I know some things that I've done with that situation that I think are uncalled for and unnecessary. But on the other hand, when I look at some of the other people, I think they were in the same shoes I was in. It was almost like it was surreal.
Yeah, I think you guys were just trying to get around the harsh reality because some of you guys even knew my dad for years.
Yeah, there were about 3 people who
three or
were
four of you guys
Yeah.
who knew him, and you know, it was like a harsh, it was a
Harsh
hard,
reality
it was,
for all of them.
yeah, it was a wake up call, like saying, hey, if this could happen to his father, who's not stopping? It's not gonna stop. What's gonna happen to, God forbid, and I do mean it in like this, God forbid, it happens to your parents. Like I don't want, and I even told you guys this, I don't want you ever to go through anything that happened to me.
Yeah.
Losing a parent because of a life-threatening disease, or just losing a parent in general. But you know, the phrase I live by, and somebody else in the group now lives by it, bad shit happens to good people.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, living by that is I wouldn't say it's the most positive thing, but it's the most accurate.
Yeah, it's accurate. I'm not saying it's positive, but you know, you always have to have like that. You need to have the harsh reality broken to you occasionally.
Yeah.
If you like it or not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't like it a lot, but unfortunately, I also had to
Yeah, it's a bad.
live it.
It's hard to take the spoonful of sugar with that medicine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Mary Poppins, I see you. But you know, like you guys did amazing. There could have just been like a little less joking around,
I agree.
and a little bit more like you can come to me for anything. Yada yada
I
yada.
will be honest about. I think there were some rifts that were caused in that group at the time, where there was a lot of division amongst us. A lot of people were, including myself, were kind of petty about some certain things, and we're over it now. It's college.
Yeah,
I think once we graduated senior year, like some of us have decided, like, okay, no, we don't need to
Put this
like
petty
that.
bullshit behind us,
Yeah.
and now we're fucking adults, and we gotta be like,
We
we gotta be on top of the books.
Yeah, we don't need to. There's no manning up.
There's no need for bullshit drama.
There's no need for BS. Yeah, there's no need for that. I think it was like when we had that slideshow. Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a positive experience.
Oh,
Things like
definitely.
that are positive.
100%.
The party I had, the barbecue. I think things like
Cause
that.
Because it brought us all together.
Yeah, and in a way where we don't have to sit and talk about our feelings, because I'm unfortunately sometimes
Because that does happen a lot of
does
times.
happen, and it's not normal, because where I was and where not a lot of people in the group. There is someone else in the group who kind of understands that. Where we were placed for a while, we were taught that socialization is all about talking about problems, and I mean my visits
100%.
to high focus and someone else's visit to you know where.
Yeah. Like, we all have different language games. Wittgenstein, learn this in comm ethics, just
There
an
you
FYI.
go.
So, Wittgenstein always had this ideology of a language game.
Yeah.
And in this ideology, like, you and I right now are having one language game because we're talking about this.
We're talking about the same thing.
Me and another group member could have another conversation about a language game about, let's say, or a decent amount of us, Pokemon Go.
Right.
And I have a different language game with my girlfriend, my mom, my girlfriend's parents, my professors. Like, we all have different language games.
Yeah.
And within these language games, we kind of learn where like societal norms lie and all that. And also another thing that Aristotle brought up, another comm ethics reference. I'm sorry for this.
I'll probably have to deal with. I'll hear more about that.
But we all make mistakes in life, and we all have to amend them. Everybody in the group has made mistakes, and they're trying to fix them now. They made bad chips in their statue. Now they're trying to make those chips back into a hole. So it doesn't make you look like a guy on crack, but now it's making you look like yourself. You'll get the reference when you see my notebook. But we all have these different societal norms and societal outputs about what societal needs are to the person. If you can try to figure out where your place in society is and how to handle it, then you're golden.
Right.
But if you're going through like a life-changing event or something like that, it's kind of hard to find out where do you belong.
Yeah.
But, it takes time to figure out your place in society.
I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, it took, both of us have been changing majors since last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it was twice for both of us.
Yeah, me originally accounting to criminal justice, now to sports management marketing with a minor in finance.
Yeah, I started out as social services at county, and then I changed to psych, and then I changed to social work.
Yeah, so we about did twice,
Yeah.
but I was going back from senior year too.
Yeah.
But like we all just have to figure out what we want to do with and spend our time on for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can't focus on the petty stuff.
No, we can't put the petty
There's
stuff.
no reason to, people will not always have the same rhythm as other people, and you can't be in that same. But I think we're old enough to tolerate each other, and I think that's even stretching it. I think we can do better than that. I think
Agreed.
our group is capable of doing better than just tolerating people. I mean,
As long as we talk it out, I think we should be golden. If we don't
that's
talk
life
it out,
lesson right there. People need to talk stuff out more.
exactly. And if you don't talk it out, problems ain't gonna get solved anytime
Problems
soon.
never get solved if you don't talk about it.
Look at, just bringing in a current event real quick. Look at the shit with the U.S. and North Korea. We had issues with them. We talked it out. They're denuclearizing, rumored.
Rumored, correct. We don't know what's going on.
As long as you talk it out, it happens.
Yeah. We'll stick on the life lesson part, because politics is all over the place.
Yeah, let's not get into the politics.
Yeah, I agree. So school. I know that's a big. I wanted to go ask you. Did school? I'm assuming school got harder. I mean, I saw your work prior and post that situation. So, and I think there was a lot of, don't take this negatively, but attention-seeking behavior in those things post.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know how to handle it. Like,
you were almost like, hello, is anyone there?
yeah, because I wasn't sure if anybody was listening.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like a narcissistic person,
No,
but it
no.
was just my mindset at the time because I wasn't sure if nobody was hearing me.
I agree. A lot of people take it that way, and there's the other half of the people who see it as the way that I do, and most counselors will that's what I'm striving to be. And I think most people, a good chunk of people, view attention-seeking behavior as a call for help and almost a coping mechanism. To say it's almost putting your feelings somewhere where it's not overbearing. And so I know that I know you've self-disclosed about INRS over there. That they had you the intervention referral service thing.
Oh, CAPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had me over there.
Yeah. So that's college, which is so now that we're both going into our second year, how do you feel about that? I mean, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's insane, man. It's really insane because I never
And
thought
the
I'd.
same college. I mean,
I know, right?
It's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be lit. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It about to be lit, bro. But I'm not gonna say I never thought I'd see myself going to a full 4-year college at first, or this expensive of a college.
Yeah.
Just putting that one out there.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
But it definitely proved something to both me, the people around me, and also my own family.
Yeah.
That if I work hard enough and push myself, good things can happen.
Absolutely.
Yes, I did struggle my first semester senior year, and calculus kicked me in the ass occasionally. But I was always able to
Senior year of high school. By
Yeah.
the way, just so everyone-
I was always able to get back on that horse, that metaphorical horse, and just keep riding. I was able to just
there were some rocks in the road, some
Yeah.
boulders too.
yeah, there were some bumpy areas, but you have to overcome these struggles occasionally, and try to figure out, all right, what's the best solution to, what's the best way to
Any given
attack this?
situation.
Yeah, what's the best way to attack the situation?
Totally agree. So, how's the situation with has the college supported you in any of this stuff yet, besides CAPS? Because have they been overlooking special circumstance forms? How's that going?
So
You don't have to say specifics, but I mean,
So I'm gonna be honest. I did submit my special circumstance form to Seton Hall's financial aid office. Haven't heard back yet.
Yeah,
I give it about another 10 days.
they're pretty busy.
Yeah.
But they should definitely get back to you. So.
Yeah, I mean, I also got my priest friend involved who can help me with different things at the school.
Yeah, you have the right connections.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah. If you have the connections, definitely take them.
Yeah. And have they acknowledged your difficulties, or are they still kind of being pretty stubborn about it?
This year, I don't know. Last year, they were stubborn.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, and I mean I'm hoping, that they can see that we are struggling right now, even more so than last year.
Yeah,
and to help us out.
Yeah, it's a tough situation.
You know, these unsubsidized loans ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, I get you.
So I gotta try to dig deeper and see if they can help me out a little bit.
Absolutely. Your education should not, come in jeopardy because of money.
Exactly. I don't think an education like
show
this
potential.
should not be.
I think you may have slacked off a little. First year. It was first year of college. What do you?
I mean, first semester. Let's be real here. I got a 2.77. I'm not lying about that one.
That's good. A lot of people
Yeah.
say that's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you had to keep what, a 2.0
I
at
had
least.
to keep a 2.5 to stay in the school.
Yeah, well, there you go. And a 2.7, that meant most likely that you were doing the work without actual, you weren't passionate about it. You just did it.
Yeah, I was just doing it to get it done.
Yep.
Like English, I was passionate about. I got a B in that class.
There you go.
So, there are classes in college, I'm not gonna lie, you will like and you will hate.
Yep.
And you better work your ass off in the classes you hate and just kind of, F around.
And more so in the ones you love.
Yeah, and you want to be in good standards with your professors.
And definitely look up your professor, on the Raven professor.
Oh,
I'm telling
100%.
I
got lucky. I got lucky. I just did random. I didn't even do my professor thing. I just did random choices. All my professors, amazing.
Good.
They were all amazing in one way or another.
Good. There we go. So that's pretty much. Is there anything else I've missed that you need to, want to let people know about or whatever?
Just going back to getting help and all that. If you do, I'm gonna stress this to no ends. If you do go through a life-changing and life-altering event, do seek help. Do not wait on this. Don't bottle it up because it ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes, I realize that's a double negative, but it gets my point across.
I was just about to say, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah, it's not gonna get you anywhere in life because if you're gonna bottle it up, you'll be angry for a decent amount of your life, and you will not be able to hold friendships, relationships, or even a job. So if you get help now, you can save all that stuff.
Do you feel it racing back in time and through your heart?
Stay tuned. Next month should be an interesting conversation when we delve into, suicide in the media and how it's portrayed. See you then.
You know I'd take it for you. You know